Well, I haven't done much with the Seneca lately, and here's why. I got everything back in and I put the drum on, but it seems to be too tight. The brakes are dragging when you turn it. It's real hard to turn. I think the reason why is because I added a 1/4 inch with that new seal inside here, and I think it's holding that shoe out just a little bit too far. So I'm going to have to figure out a way around it. I can get the drum on, but it's just too tight, and these cams are what adjusts them, and they're turned all the way in as far as they can go. So what I'm going to have my brother do, since this drum needs to be turned anyway, because it was run on basically metal on metal, is I'm going to go have them take it up and get it turned, and they'll take off a little bit of metal here, and hopefully that'll be enough so I can slip this drum on and have it be able to turn fairly free. And then that way I won't have to take off all that other stuff. They don't leak anymore, but the wheel doesn't really turn very well either. So before I go ahead and do the other side, I want to make sure that I can get this side to work. I'll probably take off the other side later when he goes to take them up, and have that one turned as well, because I'm sure it needs it. But I guess that'll be a project for another day. Today I think I'll finish cleaning up the shop, pull in the Crown Vic, and just get that taken care of, do the brakes on that. Got all my parts ready to go. Got them in the mail over the last week. So I'm going to do the brakes on it. Not the exhaust yet today. Still need to figure out a way to hook up this pipe to the cats, because they cut off the piece that bolts to it. They cut it off here, so I'm going to have to get a clamp and maybe a little chunk of pipe and a little adapter, but yeah, I'll make it work. That'll be a project for another day, I guess. And the starter, I'll have to do that too. But brakes today. Alright, I've kind of been jumping around on projects lately, but we got the drums turned on my brother's Seneca here. All cleaned up nice, and went ahead and I put this one on. I don't have the bearing in yet, but I put it on there, and it spins pretty free now. It's not binding up like it was. So I'm going to go ahead and pack the other bearing, put that in, get that all ready to go. And then I'll hop on over the other side and rebuild those cylinders. But I'm going to take the pistons out of the back cylinder that we did the other time and put those in, so I won't have the same problem on the other side. We also he got his panels back. I don't know if you can see that real well, but he got the panels back, and we got that one on just to see how it looked, and looks good. So we're going to go ahead and do the rest of them. I got to fix this window. It's come off the track, so I'll have to find a way to fix that. Oh, and what else? Oh, I scrapped a little bit, brought in batteries and a few cats and just random miscellaneous crap, and I made like 500 bucks, so pretty good deal there. But kind of behind on videos. I just uploaded the one about Bigfoot, the Ranger, the first one, so I'm way behind. So I'm going to finish this one up and then figure out what I'm going to do after that. Alright, all back together. Spins good now. Spins on its own, unlike before. But I think that's as good as I'm going to get on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the wheel back on, let her down, and go the other side and rip that one apart, clean that one up, and rebuild the cylinders. I'm probably going to have to rebuild that master if I can find a kit that'll work for it, something close, but we'll worry about that after I get the wheel cylinders all taken care of. Well, I'm about to put the wheel back on, and I've mentioned it before, but I figured it was worth mentioning again. The ones on the left side of the car, the studs have left-hand threads, so you got to make sure that you're turning them the right way, which is actually, to tighten them, you'd turn it like you're loosening it. Some of these old cars had this. I figure it's worth mentioning because I remember when I was a kid, my cousin actually bought an old Impala and tried to take the wheels off one day. I snapped two of the studs. You know, I was like 10 years old. I didn't know any better, and he ended up giving up on it. And now that I think back, he probably had left-hand threads and was turning them the wrong way and snapped them right off. But yeah, just make sure. A dead giveaway there. They have an L on them. I don't know if you can see right at the end of the stud. They have an L stamped in them, which means left-hand thread, and the other side has an R on them, right-hand thread. And in this particular case, it's the left side of the car and the right side of the car. So I don't know, just keep an eye out for that. You don't want to be breaking any studs on your old car. Alright, I'm over here at the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and take these out. There's a little bit of seepage in there, or coming out of there. It's not horrible, but I figure I'm in here, I might as well replace it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and rebuild those. What I've got to do is take the line off, and there are 4 bolts that go through. 2 of them have cotter pins on them, and 2 of them don't. 4 bolts right in the middle there, so I'm going to yank them out and just pull the whole backing plate, cylinders, shoes, everything all off at once. And then I'll take it over to the bench and take it apart. So I guess I'll get started on that. Well, alright, there we go, got her off. Now I just got to take it over and take it all apart and clean it up. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that hose drip. You know, maybe run some of the old brake fluid out of the lines, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to have to take the master cylinder off anyway and go through that. See if I can figure out a way to, you know, take care of that seal. So just let her drip, drain out. They all got to get bled anyway. And then I'll clean this off when I'm ready to put that all back together. So I guess let's take it over and take it apart. Well, here's something I should have done when I had it on the car, but that's to check to see if the bleeder screws are free. This one was, but this one here is broken on the top cylinder, so I'm going to have to see if I can work with that. Good thing for my brother is I can fix almost anything, so I'll see if I can't get that out and replace it with another one. Well, I got the wheel cylinders out and pulled the boots off, and pretty nasty in there. Both of them are pretty gooped up. So I'll have to clean them up, take them apart, clean up the backing plate and everything there. Yeah, I think it was time for a rebuild. Well, pretty nasty, but I got them apart. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of these pistons. I'm not going to reuse these. I'm going to put in these ones out of the rear, which as you can see are thinner by about the length of a seal. I'm going to put it in the end of them, and they're the right size, so they'll slip in there. So after I clean these up and the cylinders, I can put them in with the new rebuild kits, and should be good to go. I think now I'm going to work on getting that broken bleeder screw out and see if I can find another one. I should have a bunch laying around. And clean this sucker up and the other one up and rebuild them. Well, I just had to get cocky and say I could fix anything. What happened was, you know, the bleeder screw was stuck in there, so I clamped it in this vise. And I figured, oh, I'll just heat it up and throw a screw extractor in there and pull it right out. Well, that didn't work so good. I ended up snapping off the extractor in there. And of course that's hardened steel, you can't really drill it or chisel it or whatever, so I was going around the outside edge with a chisel trying to get that screw to turn, and it wouldn't go, so I left it in the vise. I went in the house, got some coffee, took a little break, whatever. Came back out, my dad was chiseling on it and drilling on it, and he broke one of my bits, and he had it in the vise there and he was hitting it straight on. Well, of course that broke the ear off the back. So yeah, it's pretty much done for now. There ain't no way to fix that. At least not that I'm going to try. So my brother gets to pay $40 for a new one, and I get to wait until it gets here to put that all back together. But I can save this one. These ones are about $30 a piece, and the top ones are $40. So it would have been about 140 bucks or whatever for all 4 of them. So I did end up saving him some money. So I guess I'll do it another day. Well, I got this wheel cylinder all rebuilt. Looks good. Looks like it's going to work. I got this half all taken care of, and when I get the other wheel cylinder, I'll put that in and put her all back together and put her on the car, and hopefully she'll work. So I think for now, I think I'll just clean up some stuff, get it out of the way, and work on something else.